Hey everyone, welcome back to the Door 59 channel. Here we review a mix of new and old action figures and figure out which ones are worth owning today. And as you can tell, today's a new review. I just got a package from Big Bad Toy Store. I actually just got 3 shipments from them and 1 from eBay, so I have a good amount of stuff coming up here. When it comes to Big Bad Toy Store, surprisingly, they sent me 3 separate packages in the last 2 days, so I'm not entirely sure what's in there. I have a lot of stuff that I have some stuff that's been pre-ordered for about a year now. It just keeps getting delayed, and then some other stuff that probably arrived a little bit sooner. So I'm not too sure what's in this box here, but we will take a look and dive into it. And I had to zoom out a little bit here to make my little area work. We always have a sticker, which is cool. And Star Wars. Oh, okay. Hell yeah. We got the General Grievous Battle Damage Star Wars Black Series. Let me zoom in and get this guy laid out for you. All right, we'll start with the package here. So in the bottom right, I haven't bought too many Black Series recently, so I'm not sure how new the Gaming Greats line is, if they're slapping that on maybe like Battlefront figures. Oh, bottom says Battlefront 2. That's cool. It's got the turquoise collar, the back, under, top. It's Black Series, so you get a pretty decent window. That's everything in the box. Little cover, some directions, maybe some warnings, multiple lightsabers, and General Grievous. So I've been pretty excited about this guy. There was one back in 2022, General Grievous for the Clone Wars, and I think it was around 2019, they released a deluxe version. The 2022 was a Walmart exclusive. So, and as for the 2019 deluxe, I am curious what accessories that guy came with compared to this one. But let me get everything laid out here. Okay, so out of the box impressions, I haven't even worked any of his articulation yet. Out of the box, he's a pretty tall fellow, coming with 4 lightsabers. That's the extent of the accessories, but it's got a quick measurement on him, and yeah, he's coming right up to about 7 inches there. So his proportions look pretty good. He's a pretty tall, lanky character. I think in the Star Wars world, he does sit in around 7 feet tall. And looking at the head sculpt here, that looks pretty good. They capture his Kalish eyes in there pretty well. It's pretty nicely painted, mine. The red, the yellow, the black, pretty seamless. The rest of the head sculpt, here's him. I'm a little bit nervous to play with him. He seems pretty frail. I don't think he will be too frail, but at the end of the day, it's a Hasbro kind of soft plastic figure, so I'm going to be careful. The mouth's printed in there pretty nicely. Some battle damage on the head. This is all soft plastic. These wings on the side. These tubes going up to his face, they're also they're softer plastic. Not too soft, a little bit tough. On the back here, that's the back of his head, and then it kind of, I don't know if this is almost on purpose, but that piece folds in there, probably by accident, just by design. And then going to the rest of it, you see all these battle damage parts are painted on. It's not the heaviest amount of detail, but I think it gets the job done. Some like blast effects there. Some burning on the side. The back's pretty clean. I don't think, they really didn't put any kind of damage on his back. But yeah, I'm excited to start working around with him, checking out his articulation. So we'll start at the head here. So in terms of looking up, I think his head's just on that kind of standard ball peg that you'd expect here. So here's him looking up, which he's only limited by this piece here. It's kind of neck guard, which I don't think kind of moves around, but okay, but the neck comes forward too there. So yeah, you can get the neck up that high. And then in terms of looking down, man, he's an interesting one. It's actually pretty decent. because his head comes out here. And so you have these two plastic kind of pillars here that kind of operate that neck joint. And then there's also two in the front, not including the wires that are going up to his head. And so I don't know exactly how those connect, but they're a little bit deeper down there. And then getting to the chest, I'm curious if these are butterfly joints. We're about to find out because mine are a little off kilter. You can see one's higher than the other. No, I don't think they are. No, they're not. Getting to the shoulder joint here. Oh, okay. It's like a double hinge joint that goes into two hinges there. So you have two hinges here, 1 and 2, that go into this bigger shoulder piece that connects on some kind of ball and peg joint inside there. So any rotation at the shoulder, yeah, it's going to be rotating that entire piece, which, yeah, that works pretty well. You can get his hand all the way above his head. This shoulder piece moves a little. I think that's just more because it's soft plastic. Yeah, it's not going to really stay anywhere permanently. But here's his arm going out to the side. He has a lot of room. And getting to the elbow joint. So again, we have, that's pretty interesting. Again, we have two pieces, two joints at the elbow. I'm kind of confused how those are going to work because one's bent, one's flexibility, one's flex plane is facing towards me, the other one's facing up, so they're not going to be able to go in the same direction. Yeah, that's going to snap if I do that there. Getting to the hand here, there is no flexibility on the hand. And then getting to the elbow piece here, we do have these two separate joints. One is on a plane facing towards me, the other one's going up in a different direction. One's north-south, one's east-west. My guess is these will definitely separate. And I'm just not sure how to do that just yet. But so as of right now, I can't bend this elbow if you're looking to keep it kind of uniform. And this one is the same. I can't bend this one yet. And when it comes to the hand here, there is no articulation here. This is one solid piece of plastic through the wrist. And so, yeah, so I'll just pull those apart, and that comes apart pretty simple. With the connection piece being mainly right there, you could see that middle one being the main connector. Then the similar piece up here, and the upper arm there being the connector. And so these separate, utilizing the two joints in the shoulder, and yeah, then you have that one ball and hinge joint at the elbow, and then for this one as well. Man, this guy is super flimsy, which I guess it's kind of expected for a Grievous figure. This is the first Grievous figure I have, so I'm curious what other companies, what kind of plastic they used. And this elbow doesn't want to go, and I am scared of breaking it, but there it is. Okay, so that's how you open his arms there. Getting to the torso here and the ab crunch, not really any. You can see he has a little bit of movement. Again, I'm a little bit scared to bend it. I don't want to break him, but I think that's kind of it. Yeah, and I'm not even sure what might be hindering. There's a pretty decent twist, which will definitely go, yeah, all the way around if you push that. But what is this? Some kind of ball peg down here, and I think just with the extra plastic, just unable to bend. Getting to his thigh here, so again, you could see his joints right in there. And so in terms of getting to a split, you're not going to be able to do that. That's as far as they go out laterally. Kicking forward, you can go very high. And then, yeah, so you literally go all the way up. Kicking backwards, again, you can go very far. Bending his knee, so you do have a double knee joint, a double ball, a double hinge in the knee. So yeah, he'll definitely be able to bend all the way there to kick his own butt. And then bringing that back down, we just have a hinge joint for the foot. And then it is a ball and hinge joint in the foot, but you're not going to be able to move this forward and backward too much. There's just not much space. Maybe again, I'm pretty scared of breaking this guy, but also that's as far as the foot will go down, and then it'll come up to there. So engineering wise, I mean, yeah, I think he's accomplished pretty well. Next, we'll look into the accessories. So here's all of his accessories laid out. It's just the 4 lightsabers. And so I didn't know this, but I had to look it up. But the lightsabers General Grievous typically carries is going to be Ki-Adi-Mundi, Pablo Jill, Rowan Karab, and Shakti. And so off the bat, the blue, it's almost like, I don't know if the blue ones go through kind of a different process. These look pretty decent. Like they're pretty straight up and down. And I don't know whose lightsaber belongs to who, but it is cool to get 4 different lightsaber designs here. But these look pretty good. The transparent blue, the plastic does run straight up and down. There's no bending there. But when it comes to the green ones, they're each, I don't know, a little bent off the hilt. So this one's a little curved, which I'm sure it's supposed to be. So maybe that one isn't bent. I think that's just the lightsaber itself. Yeah. This one has a peg, so I'm assuming that plugs in on him somewhere. And then this one as well. So this lightsaber is definitely bent. Like you can see it kind of making like a right turn there, like 5-10 degrees to the right. And this lightsaber doesn't look like a bent lightsaber. So I think the plastic is just a little weird on this, which, but yeah, it's a little bit enough to annoy me. You can remove these. I was just messing with one. Again, I'm a little scared to pull that out, but yeah, you can remove these if you ever want to kind of switch things around. And yeah, that one's definitely very bent. But yeah. Here he is holding all of his lightsabers. And so I spent a little bit of time off camera trying to get him into some like pretty cool posing shots. So I didn't put too much time and effort into it just yet, but it's something I'm going to do. And just kind of final takes. I don't like to be too harsh on action figures, but you have to look at these pretty objectively. And so in terms of the negatives, I'll kind of just list them out. 1, he doesn't come with a cape. Maybe the Battlefront II version, he never wore a cape. It's forgivable if that's the case. He doesn't come with a blaster. Again, the blaster is very forgivable. The cape definitely adds to his allure of being like super menacing. So I am kind of missing that. I wish that was included. The no hand articulation is kind of killing me with posing this guy. You can already tell it's going to be super difficult. Like the classic General Grievous pose, like he's kind of like, you know, holding the lightsabers up and pointing them down. And this one won't really be able to do that because this can't bend. This lightsaber is kind of fixed going up here unless you could twist it from the shoulder, which you can't there because you have to turn the entire shoulder girdle. There is the bicep rotation, but it's just not going to give you what you're looking for with a little simple, that some simple wrist articulation would give you. One of his lightsabers does have a tiny little clip on it, but I think that's just from an older mold. You can see that little piece here sticking out. I think it's just an older mold. From what I saw, there's no way to actually clip it on him, which makes sense. There's no ab crunch. So again, General Grievous, typically he's usually getting down in that low pose, kind of like that, like pretty menacing. Without the ab crunch, it's going to be pretty hard to hit that. So yeah, I mean, my goal with this guy in my photography is going to make him look like pretty scary and menacing. So hopefully I'm not too hindered and held back to be able to do that. Otherwise, I mean, for 43 bucks, he's fine. Um, like, yeah, I definitely think this guy could have went closer to like 25, 30. I think you were paying a little premium just for the name here, but I don't know. Like, let me know what you guys think. Yeah, I don't know. He's cool. Like, I'm pretty excited to have a General Grievous in my collection, but I wouldn't go around like suggesting to anyone like, hey, you have to get this figure. That's kind of where I'm at. I'm not even going to give him a number grade, um, but I am excited to pose him. Maybe I'll unlock some aspects of him that I didn't realize. Just overall, he feels just a little bit too locked up. If you're just looking to put this guy on a stand, standing still, like, yeah, perfectly fine. Might be a little bit hard to balance him, but it's not that bad. But if you're looking to get like some pretty cool like photography shots, even though I haven't tried it yet, my guess is it's going to be a little bit difficult. But yeah, that is what it is. There's a lot of field plastic that I'm worried about snapping, but that's kind of hard to avoid. That's kind of how he's made up. I guess you could use like a little bit stronger plastic, but you could run into different potential issues there. So overall, pretty cool. If you don't have a General Grievous, yeah, like I'd be like, yeah, go ahead and grab this, depending what the aftermarket prices on the other ones are like. My guess is they're high. I'll definitely have some shots of him, so go check out my Instagram if you're into action figure photography at door.59, and I'll see you guys in the next one.